Hilarious.
Can I get on the bed?
Absolutely.
This is such a great space saver, and it's affordable too, isn't it? Tell us how much
affordable.
this is.
A single is $27.50, double is $29.50, a queen is $32.50, and we can also build them into a full room for you. So if you have, for example, let's say you just bought a 2-bedroom condo. Now you've got your master bedroom and you've got your second bedroom. Now you actually have 3 bedrooms because your second bedroom can be your occasional bedroom and an office.
Okay, and the coffee is still under there. Can we see this one right over here?
Hey, you know what? I've decided that this is what I'm going to do for the promo. I want to promo this because it's Friday, and I just want to go for a little snooze. I'm very comfortable on this bed. Come on, Kate, lay down beside me. So I'm just going to close my eyes.
Thank you. Next, Russ Holden promised it. Last month was Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yep.
So we're going to round out that month by shaving Russ Holden's head.
This is it, Russ.
For breast cancer research.
Tyson Adams, the artistic director with pnhsalon.com, at phsalon_TO to find them on Twitter. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Because Russ is doing this for a good cause, and I just asked you, are you nervous? You're good.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I've been working at this mentally for about 3 weeks.
That's good, Russ.
No, it's good. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? It'll grow back, maybe.
Maybe.
Hoping.
All right, can I
The top as well.
Can I take your glasses
Yes,
for you?
go ahead.
There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah, okay.
So here he goes. What a sport. I'm going to take your IFB out too to make it a little bit easier.
All right.
Here he comes to shave the day. Here we go. Ready, Russ?
I'm ready.
This is all for breast cancer research.
Here,
Coming all up.
There we go. Turn your head a little to the right here, Russ. The other way. There we go.
The other way.
Oh, there it goes.
Look at it fly,
There
Russ.
it goes. Oh,
I think we're going to be... Wow, I've never seen that birthmark before, Russ.
Is there one there?
You know what's awesome is that this is just in time for the cold weather. You're truly noble to be doing this because you're going to need to be wearing tubes.
Timing is interesting with that. Yes.
I forgot to take pictures. We need pictures.
Oh, take some pictures.
In progress.
All right.
Do some pictures. Yes.
Okay, what is
For now.
Does she know?
She's going to love it. No, she's going to love it.
She knows.
Yes, she knows. Yeah.
So she's okay with that.
She said it was okay, so that's good.
As long as you got permission from her. I'm just going to tweet this picture out as soon as I can.
Seriously, you have a nice skull.
Fun stuff. Okay.
Well done.
You are the future, sir.
Thank you for all the people that donated. Please, thank you so much for what you did and for breast cancer awareness. It's terrific. Thanks,
Thank you
folks.
so much for what you did.
All right.
Rock
Okay,
that
guys.
head.
All right, coming up, they just opened the doors at the app.
It is our debut here, and we just are so grateful that you gave us this chance, and thank you.
We excited?
Yeah, absolutely.
Check it out, everybody. JDFortune.com to get your tickets. They are free, but there's a limited amount. He is performing Wednesday, November 14th at 8:30 p.m. at the Hard Rock Cafe in Toronto. Here is Fortune. Lots more with JD Fortune. I cannot believe you are so fortunate to be here right now because you know firsthand the effects of Sandy. You were living in New Jersey.
Absolutely.
So you were living with a friend for like 6 months.
Yeah, I was staying with my manager in Long Branch, New Jersey, and it got hit so badly, and it's such a tragic, it's so tragic and so surreal that you're just kind of, you see photos and you think, wow, that's a street that somebody used to walk down. It just looks like a child put their hand in on a jigsaw puzzle and just pulled a piece out. You know, it's crazy. Yeah, that's incredible. That's on the shore. And
people were forewarned, though. Did you notice people taking action before you left, or were they thinking it was just one of those things that wouldn't actually really hit them?
honestly, you know, they've had, because they're by the ocean, they're used. And I've been through a couple just in the last summer, and it was very nonchalant. It was sort of like, oh, it's going to come in and it'll dissipate, and it just smack.
Half the town underwater, submerged. Your friend is pumping out
50,000 gallons of water from his house. Poor guy. Our manager wanted to be here today, but he couldn't. His cars are gone underwater, and you know, a lot of frightened people down there. And people are being escorted to gas stations. How come? I think for 2 reasons they're being escorted to the stations. One is just keeping order, and 2.
News this morning, Kev.
I want to get your take on this model. She is from Brazil. Her name is Nana Gouveia.
Okay.
And she is using this as her backdrop. The Sandy aftermath.
Terrible. Insensitive. Not cute. Not funny. Wrong. Oh my!
Really?
What was she thinking?
Yeah, 30 years old. She and her husband, photographer, quickly went into the streets of New York, snapping all these trees, posting the photos on her Facebook page, quickly being blasted for being
all the wrong reasons, and rightfully so. Listen, you don't have to go through something like this and see that sort of devastation, you know, to be able to relate and understand and sympathize, and yet there she is.
I am
making
digging
a mockery.
Honestly, I'm digging and digging for some excuse that maybe you could look at it from the other side. I'm having a hard time finding that. You know, it's fair comment.
It was
you know,
stupid. It was ignorant.
Yeah.
Period.
Insensitive. Yeah.
No, and all the hate that she's getting, she will unfortunately learn from the hard way.
Maybe it was pictures of her helping, but no, it's her sprawled across down trees and wrecked cars. All
Ridiculous.
Good though.
And we're giving her press.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know what though?
Shame.
Maybe bringing something to light.
All right,
bringing
fair
something
enough.
to light. This is great. Some folks here from Ontario on their way to help out run a it's a power contracting company out of Sudbury, and they're one of the largest high deal with voltage lines. They sent me these pictures this morning of their crews going down, crossing the border here. They sent about 30 crews down. So I just wanted to show that even the contractors are getting in and helping out as well. There they are on their way to New York to help out. Convoy to the rescue. So a lot of people from Ontario on their way or already down helping out.
Doing what they can, yeah.
Yeah, did you see this morning? Saw it live here on Breakfast Television. We were the only ones there, in fact, live showing you the doors opening at the Apple Store. Not as big a line this time around. In fact, around the world, not nearly the fanfare for the iPad mini.
You know why, Kev? This Apple thing is dying out.
No, this wasn't as big a deal. The iPad isn't new, but it's still something a lot of people check it out. I love my iPad. I love the size of the iPad. I might look at this as sort of a notebook kind of thing, the smaller iPad.
Of course you're going to check it out, Kev.
Check it out.
Every piece of new technology, he's all over it. We wait your reviews.
Here's a question for you. If there was a movie made today, this was a question posed. Who was this? Vanity Fair, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go.
They posed a question. If a movie was made today about the New Testament, who would play Jesus Christ?
They're saying Brad Pitt for sure.
No.
Jim Caviezel.
I thought so, too.
Jim Caviezel was great in Passion of the Christ.
Look at this.
In Toronto, who wants tickets? You've got a ton. You've kept everything.
Look at all these tickets.
Look at this. He's written a book about all things Maple Leafs and why do we still love them, Kev. Look, this is hysterical.
Who sent this into you?
Time for Halloween, and I think it's obviously symbolic, a bit painful to look at, but number 67.
Your new book, Hope and Heartbreak in Toronto, Life as a Maple Leaf Fan. Labor of love.
It's a bit of a cliche, obviously, but it takes a lot of effort and a lot of money to love the Toronto Maple Leafs and follow them. And I thought I sort of took it up a notch back after the last lockout in fall of 2005, and I thought it'd be a good idea to perhaps chronicle what it's like, you know, to try and find tickets, to follow the team, that sort of thing. Maybe an angle that hasn't been covered in a team that's obviously widely covered in this city. So I like to think I found a unique angle, and this book is sort of the chronicle of those 7 years down at the ACC.
A testament to your love and loathing, and you say there's a bright side. I'll tell you why. He's like, guess what? He's saving money now.
Yeah.
You can see the family a lot more, perhaps save for a tropical getaway.
Yes. Yeah, I actually joined a golf club for the first time last spring, and I'm not seeing necessarily a change in cost, and it just kind of dawned on me that I'm not going to Leaf games, so the cost of golf and Leaf games have kind of canceled out. So,
is it almost becoming a part, though, of the culture of being a Leaf fan, the fact that they haven't done well in the last couple of decades? Is that if they all of a sudden started doing well, would they no longer be our beloved Toronto Maple Leafs?
I think you've hit on a point, and it's a point I touch in the book, that I think because the Leafs have been mostly a bad team in the last 45 years or so, since they last won the Stanley Cup in 1967, that's two things. You basically have to be 50 years old now to remember a Stanley Cup triumph. And during that time, there's been very few teams, relatively speaking, that have been good. So I think to a certain extent, the Leafs have benefited in a twisted sort of way from not being very good. There's a longing that won't go away, and I think there's even an example in this city of a team that actually was pretty good for a while, and that's the Toronto Blue Jays. And they've struggled obviously a little bit at the gate, and the reason I think for it is because fans had that thirst quenched back in the early 90s, obviously with the 2 World Series titles. That obviously hasn't been the case with the Leafs, and I think that in a sort of, there's almost a reverse psychology going on, that it's actually starting to, it's began to fuel the obsession with the hockey team.
What is driving this undying love, though? I mean, no matter how badly they perform, they fill the seats.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a testament, you know, a testament, a curse, some people would say, that they've managed to, they've developed a great corporate, guaranteed a sellout every night. But at the same time, by having so many corporate seats and such few available to such a wide fan base, again, that fuels the passion. And I mean, let's face it, it's a brilliant business model, and it's a model that still makes money. Whether I get into that also in the book, that it's, you know, there's a bit of careful what you wish for in terms of if you're looking for a winning hockey team.
Do you think they're going to cancel the Winter Classic?
From what I understand, just like anybody else, I think it's going to happen today. And once they do that, then suddenly this current work stoppage becomes, you know, short. There's not really any motivation for anybody to come to.
Yeah.
Is there any fixing this? We don't have 3 hours. I wish we did, because that would be a whole other question, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Just like any fan, I wish they'd come back. So.
Yeah.
All right, Hope and Heartbreak in Toronto. It's at bookstores now.
Yep, hopeandheartbreak.com to get your copy. Thank you so much for putting that together. Are you more hope or heartbreak right now?
It's heartbreak. Any Leaf fan, you can't. There's not too much hope.
A lot of people agree. We'll be back with more BT right after Kev.
All right, well, we've talked enough to JD.
Yeah.
It's the backup singers that people are getting attention.
Yeah.
First of all, shout out on Twitter to Tasha Potter from Kelly Potter. Is that you, Tasha?
Yeah, that's my mom.
Hello, Mom.
And then tweets about a Degrassi star.
Yeah.
Grassy House.
Come on.
Yeah,
That's
quite a few years
awesome.
ago now. Yeah.
Congratulations,
Thank
you guys
you.
sound amazing. Everybody is loving it, and we get another sample of Fortune with JD Fortune and all of his stores after the break. His storks.
You should see what's in her